You know, one of the things that I hear all the time is, Dr. Gruzina, I tried collagen. I tried many joint supplements. I tried everything and nothing really worked. And honestly, I understand your frustration because millions of people are spending money on supplements for joint pain, for mobility, for stiffness, inflammation, and yet still are waking up in the morning stiff, feeling old, and actually uncomfortable. So today I want to talk to you about why this really happens. And I think the answer is much deeper than most people think. The first thing we need to understand is that the joint pain is usually not just about the joints themselves. Your joints are part of the entire connective tissue system in the body. We are talking about cartilage, tendons, ligaments, fascia, muscles, skin, and even fluid inside the joints. And all of these structures are supported by something called extracellular matrix or ECM. Now, that may sound very scientific, but the idea is actually very simple. The ECM is the body's internal support network. You can think of it almost like the living scaffolding that holds tissue together and helps cells communicate with each other. It surrounds cells and gives tissue their structure, hydration, flexibility, cushioning, and resilience. The ECM is made largely from collagen, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin sulfate, and other glycosaminoglycans. And it plays huge role in joint function, mobility, skin appearance, recovery, and in general, healthy aging. In healthy, younger tissue, the ECM is hydrated, it's flexible, it's constantly renewing itself. But as we age, the system starts to break down. We produce less collagen, we lose hyaluronic acid, tissues becomes less hydrated, inflammation increases, circulation changes, and communication between cells becomes weaker. That's when people start noticing stiffness, reduced mobility, aching joints, slower recovery, and feeling older physically. Now, here is where supplements often fail. Most supplements simply provide ingredients. So, maybe collagen powder, maybe glucosamine, maybe turmeric, maybe MSM. And some of those absolutely can support the body, but support is not always the same as repair. And this is where things get really interesting. The body works through biological communication. So your cells respond to signals. The connective tissue system, including the ECM, also responds to signals. So just swallowing collagen does not automatically mean that the body suddenly rebuilds joints effectively. That's one of the biggest misunderstandings in the supplement industry. Many collagen products are basically protein supplements. But the real question is, does the body recognize the ingredient as a signal for repair? Because bioactivity matters. And I think this is why so many people say, I took collagen for 6 months and nothing changed. The body may have received protein, but not necessarily the biological measure or biological message to rebuild connective tissue. And then there is another important part of this conversation: medical interventions like steroids and hyaluronic acid injections. Now, listen, both can absolutely help some people. Steroid injections are often used to reduce inflammation and pain quickly. Hyaluronic acid injections are designed to improve lubrication and cushioning inside the joint. So, for some people, these treatments may temporarily improve comfort and mobility. And I completely understand why people choose them. But we also need to understand their limitation. In many cases, these approaches help manage symptoms, but they may not fully restore the overall health of connective tissue. Steroids can reduce inflammation, but repeated use may sometimes negatively affect cartilage quality, collagen production, or tendon strength and tissue integrity over time. And hyaluronic acid injection may improve lubrication temporarily, but they usually do not address the broader issue of why the body is losing connective tissue quality in the first place. Why is the body producing less hyaluronic acid naturally? Why is collagen declining? Why is the ECM becoming weaker, drier, and less resilient with age? Those are the deeper questions. Because healthy joints are not just about lubrication, they depend on the entire living system: collagen structure, hydration, circulation, cell signaling, muscle support, movement, and the body's ability to continuously repair tissue. And honestly, I think this is where the future of wellness and longevity is going. Not just masking symptoms, not just temporarily lubricating a joint, but supporting the body's ability to rebuild and maintain healthier connective tissue from within. Now, of course, no supplement is magic. Lifestyle matters enormously. Movement matters. Muscle matters. Sleep matters. Protein intake matters. Blood sugar balance matters. Stress matters. The body heals as a system. But when the supplementation is approached intelligently, especially with clinically studied bioactive compounds, it can become a powerful tool to support mobility, connective tissue, and healthy feeling or healthy aging in general. And I think many people are finally starting to realize that aging is not just about wrinkles. Aging is loss of structure, loss of hydration, loss of resilience, loss of communication inside the body. So, maybe the question is not, do supplement work? Maybe the better question is the body receiving the right signals to rebuild and maintain healthy tissue? That changes everything. Well, thank you so much for listening today. If this episode gave you new perspective on joint health and aging, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you would like to learn more about bioactive wellness, connective tissue health, and healthy aging from within, connect with me on LinkedIn or visit my website. Until next time, take care of your body from within.
Thanks for tuning in to From Wellness to Wealth. Grab our proven guide to age reversing system at agereversingsecret.com and join our community of modern professionals optimizing their health, wealth, and life, one biohack at a time. Until next time, keep thriving from wellness to wealth.